Hi all, my name is Anjali Srivastava and welcome to the channel. So in the previous video we had discussed some of the operators that will be used in the C programming language. So in this video we will be summing up all the operators that were left. So the other operator will be our logical operator. So I urge you, if you have not yet watched that previous video, so please watch that video. In that video you will be learning some operators also, and this is the continuation of the previous video. So please watch that video first and then head over to this video because it is part 2 of that video. So the other operator will be the logical operator. So logical operator is what? There are three logical operators mainly in the C++. There is the AND operator, there is the OR, and there is the NOT. I hope each and everyone is familiar with these three terms. AND means what? OR means the first terminology and the second the second part and the first part both will satisfy. That will be AND. Like if I say to no. So let me tell you with this example. So first of all we will see that what these symbols are actually represented in C language. For representation of AND we use double ampersand symbol. Please remember, double ampersand is used for AND. For OR we use pipe operator, pipe. So where you will get the pipe symbol in the laptop? In the laptop there is a enter button, and above the enter button there is a one backslash. So that backslash has one also symbol for pipe. So that symbol will be pipe. That is not one. That symbol will be pipe symbol. So these two pipe symbol will be our OR operator. The NOT operator. NOT operator is the note of exclamation that you will find on the keyboard's button 1. In the button at the top left corner you will see there is a 1, 2, 3, 4 button are there, the numberings button. So at the button 1 there is also a symbol of note of exclamation. So that is the NOT operator. So I hope these notations are very much clear. Let us understand what these are actually about. AND means, suppose if we want to check if A is equal to B. So equal to symbol, you have learned that this double equal to is equal to. So if A is equal to B and A's value will be 10, value is 10. So we can think like this, if A barabar, if A equal to B and A is equal to 10. So this is a statement where we use the logical operator. So for AND here we use the double ampersand symbol. So please remember, here I am only explaining you the concepts, not the actual live demonstration. We will be explaining this in the upcoming videos also, so please stay tuned. So ampersand symbol, and if I want to see here, if A is equal to 10 or A is greater than B, this is also a valid symbol. So OR means what? Either this will be true or this will be true. So this will be the OR. And if we write here AND, that means these both statements must be true. So please remember, this is the AND. And NOT means not A equal to 10. That means A is not equal to 10. So we do not write like this, A is not equal to 10. This is the correct way of writing this. A is not equal to 10. So I think it is clear. So just I am writing again, if A equal to 10 and A is greater than B. So this is for AND. For OR, we can write if A equal to B or A equal to 10, this is also valid, or if A is not equal to 10. So this is the whole idea. So now I hope it is understood. So let us move on to the some of the for true false concepts also. Like we can see here, like if, so please see here very carefully. For AND, if any of the statement either on the left or on the right, if any of the statement will be false, then the result will be false, else it is true, because in the first there will be the one part will be first, so result will be false. In second, one part will be the false, so definitely it will be false. And in the third part we can see that true and true, so it will be true. True and false, so result will be false. Same case for the OR operator also. So for OR, so for the sake of convenience, I am writing false means 0 and true means 1. So if I can write 1 or 0, 1 or 1, 0 or 0, 0 or 1. So what will be its result? 1 or 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So I hope it is very much clear to each and every one. So for OR means either both of them will be the true, either left will be the correct or right will be the correct. And for NOT, I think NOT of 1 will be 0 and NOT of 0 will be 1. It is just the reciprocal, simple. So I hope this logical operator will be clear. So you will be more understanding and you will be more familiar in the upcoming videos, where we will be doing the live demonstration and doing some of the practices also for these operators also, because this is very important. So now next will be the conditional operator. So conditional operator is also called ternary operator. Ternary operator. So let us understand this first. So it is, please understand it very carefully, because it is somewhat more complicated. It is a collection of question mark and the colon. So this is called the ternary operator. So please understand it very carefully. Syntax will be like expression 1, then question mark, expression 2, and then colon, expression colon, and then expression 3. So this will be the syntax. So please understand it very carefully. So if expression 1 is true, if expression 1 is true, true means what? This result will be true. So it means it will execute expression number 2. And if expression 1 is false, because only 2 condition will be there, so it will execute expression number 3. So this is the main agenda of this conditional operator. Please understand it very carefully. I am repeating it once again. It is a combination of question mark and the colon. So syntax will be very easy. Expression 1 and then colon, then expression 2 and then expression 3. So there will be 3 total number of expressions, and these all are separated via, first one will be the question mark and then will be the colon. So we are only evaluating expression 1, only we are evaluating expression 1. and on the basis of expression 1 we are calculating, like we will be considering that what expression we have to consider on the basis of expression number 1. If expression 1 is true, then we consider this. If it is false, we consider this. Simple. So it will be more clear with, I will write here only. So please understand it very carefully. A greater than B. This is an expression, that is expression 1. Colon. So what you understand? A is greater than B. This is expression 1. So if it is true, I have told you, if it is true, then it will do what? It will do expression 2. Simple. So what we have to write in expression 2? A is greater than B. We can write here printf A is greater than B. Simple. Why it will be calculated? Because this first statement is true, and I have already told you, if first statement is true, then it will calculate the statement just after this question mark, that is expression 2 will be calculated, and then the colon. So after what we have to write here? Anything that will make this statement false. So here what we have to write? Just guess. What we have to type here is printf B is smaller. So see here, if A is greater than B, so it will write A is greater than B, and else it will print, no sorry, it will also be equal to this. No, here we have to write A is smaller. If it is false, so please tell me, like A is greater than B, it is true. So its negative will be what? Its opposite will be what? A is less than B. A is smaller than B. So if it is false, it will print this. If it is true, it will print this. So I hope it is very much clear to each and everyone, the ternary operator. And we will do some of the coding problems also in the upcoming videos, so please stay tuned. So the next topic will be what? Our comma operator. It is not very much used, so I will not spend much time here. Comma operator. So simply we separate things by comma. So this is the use of comma operator. Like if we consider A equal to 8, comma, B is equal to 7, C is equal to 9, and then we can write A plus B plus C. So these statements are separated via comma. So this is the comma operator. So if we can write sum equal to, and then this, simple. So it will print what? It will print the sum of all. So we can see this in the upcoming video where we will be demonstrating this. So sum will be what? 8 plus 7 plus 9, 24. So we will be seeing this use case in the video, when we go to the code editor. So next we have the size of operator. See, size of I have written without any space. It is written without a space. So don't be confused. We should not write it separately. It is a one entity. So size of operator, it is very simple. It gives the size of data type. The data type which we use, that the data type which we use, it gives the size of the data type, how much byte it is going to take. Like please remember, in the previous videos I have explained you, like int take 2 byte, double take 4 byte, and so on. So we can see here like this, like if we write int a and then we print size of and then a, So what it will print? No, a is not there, a is the variable, no? We have to write size of, and then I can write int. We can also write a. So what it will print? It will print the size of integer, that will be 2 bytes. So I hope it is very much clear, and in the upcoming video, and one operator is left, that will be our bitwise operator. For the sake of time, I will be explaining this bitwise operator in the next video. So please stay tuned, and thank you so much guys for watching, because bitwise operator is something like we have to spend more time on that, because it is very important. So thank you so much guys for watching, and have a nice day. Thank you so much, and please stay tuned. Thank you.